Well, the North American Free Trade Agreement had an impact on the sugar industry. Now the Transpacific Partnership hopes to put the Louisiana on a better footing in trade against China.
Now that a deal has been linked between the United States and 11 other countries, TWILA's AJ Sabine shows us what it means to Louisiana rice and soybean farmers if it receives congressional approval.
The Transpacific Partnership, or TPP, creates a free trade zone between the United States and nearly a dozen Pacific Rim countries, including Australia, Singapore, and Japan. The agreement, which must now be approved by Congress, will reduce tariffs on American exports such as soybeans and rice. LSU International Trade Specialist Dr. Lynn Kennedy says rice growers may see an increase in exports to Japan.
There's been a proposal by the Japanese to increase the quota that can come in duty-free by, I believe, about 70,000 tons. The U.S. proposal was 170,000 tons, so that should be somewhere in between there. But that's a very small portion of what Japan imports. So there's much more that could be done to increase the capacity for rice imports into Japan. With respect to soybeans, we've already been exporting quite a bit to Japan, so it doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot more.
The president must wait 90 days to sign the trade deal. However, he will likely have a lot more to do to get it through Congress. With a presidential election looming and leadership changes in the House, ratification may not occur until next year, says Louisiana Farm Bureau Associate Commodity Director Kyle McCann.
We'll see some movement in early 2016 on this, based on how the mood of Congress is, how presidential races are going. We'll see how long it takes in 2016. It's very possible that it could get hijacked by the whole election process and not even be voted on until after we have a new president.
Kennedy opines that if Congress ratifies the TPP, it could benefit Louisiana agriculture only if the United States is offered the same concessions as those of other member nations. However,
most of these regional trade agreements, there are different provisions that different countries have. So in the case of Japan, like we're talking about with rice, that's one of their most protected commodities. It's very important to their culture. And so if they don't completely free up trade and allow us access to their markets, it's not going to help us nearly as much as it would have otherwise.
McCann says should Congress affirm the trade agreement, Louisiana could ultimately gain more market share in the domestic short grain rice market.
California grows a short and medium grain type rice. If Japan access is increased dramatically or workable regulations are in place that helps that trade, more California rice would leave this country going there. That could cause additional demand domestically for more medium grain and southern medium grain. Hopefully Louisiana medium grain would be needed to fill that demand.
According to a published report, the Trans-Pacific Partnership could increase U.S. exports by an estimated $123 billion and create more than 650,000 jobs. However, critics of the plan say it won't go far enough to protect trade secrets and domestic jobs. Of course, passage of TPP depends on congressional approval. The trade deal includes nations such as Canada and Mexico who already trade with the United States under NAFTA. And guys, while there's be a lot of time to vet the proposed language of the program, Congress may not even approve this year, and it may not even approve it next year because of the presidential race going on right now.
Wow.
Well, AJ, you just returned from a trip from California with the Rice Leadership Program. What are their concerns when it comes to this issue?
Well, because of the drought, they've had to back away from many of the markets that they serve near the Pacific Rim. And so that, coupled with the uncertainty of what each individual country wants, particularly countries like Australia, who's been a trading partner in the past, they fear that they won't be able to sustain the needs of the market once they get back online after the drought, hopefully.
Well, thank you very much for that report, AJ Sabine. Well, still to come on TWILA, when the weather turns chilly, you want a warm dish that sounds, well, just the same. Taylor Fry brings us a chilly Ag Minute.
But first, we'll show you what's trending when it comes to agriculture online. Stay with us.